What is love? It is the most used and perhaps the most misunderstood word in our vocabulary. We find it in the lyrics of every pop song, in the plot of every movie, in the captions of our social media posts. We say, I love this coffee, in one breath, and I love you, in the next. In our culture, love is almost always defined as a feeling, a powerful, exciting, and often fleeting emotion. It's something we fall into, and just as easily, something we can fall out of. But what if I told you that the Bible offers a radically different and infinitely more powerful definition? A vision of love that is not a fragile feeling, but a rugged, unbreakable commitment. A love that is not something you fall into, but something you choose to build day by day. A love so profound that it is described as the very essence of God Himself. Today, we're going on a deep dive into the heart of the Christian faith to ask the question, what is true love for one another? We will journey into the Apostle Paul's famous love chapter, 1 Corinthians 13, not as a sentimental poem to be read at weddings, but as a revolutionary manifesto for a different way to be human. This is a call to a love that can heal our relationships, transform our communities, and change the world. Before Paul tells us what love is, he makes a shocking and profound statement about what it is not. He begins with a series of thunderous declarations. He says that even if I can speak with the eloquence of angels and I don't have love, I am nothing but a resounding gong or a clanging cymbal, just a noisy distraction. He says that even if I have the gift of prophecy and can fathom all mysteries and all knowledge, and if I have a faith that can move mountains, but do not have love, I am nothing. And he says that even if I give all I possess to the poor and give over my body to hardship that I may boast, but do not have love, I gain nothing. This is a breathtaking claim. Paul is saying that the most spectacular spiritual gifts, the most profound knowledge, the most heroic faith, and the most extreme acts of self-sacrifice are all rendered completely worthless if they are not animated by the spirit of genuine love. Love is not an optional extra for the Christian life. It is the supreme virtue, the essential ingredient, the very air that all other virtues must breathe. So, what is this love? Paul then gives us a beautiful and brutally practical anatomy of what this divine love, this agape, looks like in action. And it begins with two positive foundations. Love is patient, love is kind. Patience is not just passive waiting. It is the capacity to be long-suffering with people's imperfections. And kindness is not just being nice. It is a proactive, intentional goodness extended to others, especially when they don't deserve it. Then Paul tells us what love is not. It is a deep dive into the practice of humility. He writes, it is not envy, it does not boast, it is not proud. A loving heart is a heart that can genuinely celebrate the success of others. It does not need to inflate its own importance or seek the spotlight. It finds its security not in being better than others, but in knowing it is loved by God. He continues, digging deeper into the selflessness of love. It does not dishonor others, it is not self-seeking, it is not easily angered, it keeps no record of wrongs. This is the hard part. This is the daily, grinding work of love. It means choosing to honor others, to put their needs and interests ahead of your own. It means refusing to have a short fuse, to be easily provoked into a fight. And most radically, it means keeping no record of wrongs. A loving heart is not a courtroom, keeping a detailed ledger of every offense and grievance. It is a place of grace, a place that chooses to forgive, to cancel the debt, to release the offender. Paul's list of what love is and isn't is incredibly challenging. Which one of those descriptions, like is not easily angered or keeps no record of wrongs, do you find the most difficult to practice in your own life? Share your thoughts. Finally, Paul describes the resilience and the eternal nature of love. He says, love does not delight in evil, but rejoices with the truth. It always protects, always trusts, always hopes, always perseveres. Love never fails. This love stands for what is right. It bears all things. It believes the best in people. It hopes for the best in every situation, and it endures through every trial. and it is the one thing that will last into eternity. This is the biblical definition of love. It is not a feeling we wait for, it is a series of choices we make. But how is it possible? This standard is impossibly high, and the answer is found in the one who gave us this command. On the night before his crucifixion, Jesus gave his disciples what he called a new command. He said, "Love one another. As I have loved you, so you must love one another." The pattern for our love for others is the way he has loved us, a sacrificial, forgiving, and relentless love. And then he gives the reason why this is so important. "By this everyone will know that you are my disciples, if you love one another." The defining mark of a true follower of Jesus is not our perfect theology, our impressive buildings, or our political power. It is our radical, supernatural, and countercultural love for each other. And the power to live this way does not come from ourselves. This agape love is described as a fruit of the Holy Spirit. It is the very love of God, poured into our hearts by his Spirit, that we are then able to extend to others. We love, not because we are naturally good and loving people, but as the Apostle John wrote, because he first loved us. So, true Christian love is a rugged, disciplined, and daily choice to be patient, to be kind, to forgive. It is the active imitation of the sacrificial love that God has already shown to us in Jesus Christ. And it is the most powerful and convincing argument for our faith that the world will ever see. It is the one thing that never fails. If this deep dive into the heart of biblical love has inspired you, please give this video a like and subscribe to our channel. Join us as we continue to explore the revolutionary teachings of Jesus and the apostles.